Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Basics, and my name is Loretta, and I'm setting my pop-up yoga studio at home in Florida for my upcoming Vinyasa yoga practice, and I invite you to spend this hour with me. It's important to set up this sacred space for your practice. I have this beautiful tapestry that one of my students gifted me many years ago. I just rubbed my favorite essential oil on my wrist. I'm setting an intention. I bow to myself as I invite myself on a mat as I am getting ready for the asana practice. Maybe 2 blocks will be needed. In fact, let's start on the blocks. Supine. We call that supported fish pose. So make sure as you begin to lower onto those blocks, 1 block would go underneath your thoracic spine. So the top of the block is beneath your shoulder blades. And I tried the higher setting, but I like the lower setting today, and every day might be different, so I accommodate my body by placing the higher setting of the block underneath my head and finally trying to remove it. Just feel free to explore. Don't be afraid to explore. I realize that, it gives me too much pressure. How the blood starts to flow into your face when you lower your head lower than your heart. So I just decided to set the same setting for my head support. And as you could tell, I'm still trying to explore the best position for my centering pose. I opened up my knees in a butterfly, my arms first in Shavasana and then above my head. And as I begin to move out of the centering pose, I first extended my legs and then again rebend them. So just to remind you that be curious is important as you begin to turn inwardly and tune in your bodily sensations. This is the practice of deep listening. This is the self-care practice. This practice is to serve the practitioner and not vice versa. So as you begin to drop into this deep stillness, as you begin to turn inwardly, maybe begin to observe your sensations, allow them to be. Observe your breath, your thoughts. And when you're ready, as you extend your legs one at a time, extend your arms above your head and stretch as if you were awakening in the morning. And then slowly rebending your legs one leg at a time. Release your arms down, dig your elbows into the earth and roll off the blocks to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And as you come into this embryo resting on one side, just pause here for one cycle of breath, and then as you return back onto your spine, extending your legs once again and extending your arms above your head, and this time we will move into a banana shape. So as you walk your heels to the right, walk your hands to the right, maybe cross your left ankle on the top of your right, catch your left wrist into your right hand, and just breathe into the left side of the body. And after a few breaths 3 or so. Walk your heels to the center, hands to the center, and then walk your heels to the left and your hands to the left, and cross your right ankle on the top of your left, and either catch your right wrist into your left hand, and just stretching those intercostals, creating this space in our rib cage. And after the same amount of breaths, releasing back to the neutral spine. And as you bend your knees, and maybe hug your knees, your shins with your arms, your heels with your arms, round your spine, and press your forehead into your knees for at least one cycle of breath. Come into this tiny little embryo. And as you exhale, release your head and your shoulders, and release your knees to your left side. Tee out your right arm and turn your face to the right. And as you inhale, bring your knees back up, round the spine, press your forehead to your knees again. And as you exhale, head down, knees to the right side. As you extend your left arm, turn your face to the left. Just making sure that your both shoulder blades are grounded, that you're breathing your Ujjayi breath, peaceful and relaxed. As you bring your knees up, back towards, and then press your forehead, maybe happy baby as you release your head and your shoulders down, and rock and roll from side to side. No agenda, no to-do list, neither for this upcoming hour on your mat. You don't have to figure out the rest of your life at this moment, just to be here now. 3 magic words. As you tee out your arms and then stack your knees over your hips, we're going to practice a little bit of core work. So as you curl, lift your head and your shoulders up, just begin by tapping your toes towards the mat with a control movement. Just with each inhale, lift your shins up, and with each exhale, tap. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Inhale up. And stay here, curl even more, and then opposite knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale down, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale down, exhale, knee to elbow. And just continue at your own pace. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Try to take not the knee to the elbow, but more the elbow to the knee, if I know what you mean. Try to keep your knees stacked over your hips. Once you've done enough of repetitions, take your hands onto your knees and then just make some circles around the belly one way, and then maybe reversing the flow. This time we're gonna do the bicycle legs. Really old but good way to exercise our core. As if you were climbing up and then climbing down. Just making sure that the entire length of your spine is resting on the floor. Now reverse the bicycle. Reverse. Now flex your feet. And then as you inhale here, exhale, release your legs about 1/3 of the way. And then 1/3 of the way, and then 1/3 of the way, and let them hover. And then lift your legs up, bend your knees. And then maybe as you place your hands onto your knees, circle your knees away from each other. And then towards each other as the 2 individual units. Now as you hug your thighs from behind, round your spine a lot and begin to rock and roll up and down from your shoulders to your hips. Do that few times. And then come into Malasana. Hands in front of your heart in prayer. From Malasana into the standing forward fold or Uttanasana with your feet wide. Allow your upper body to relax completely. Maybe get a hold of the opposite elbow, sway from side to side. We sometimes call that ragdoll. Bounce up and down. Just relax. And then walk into your first down dog. And then round forward into the high plank and then back into your down dog. And then round forward and then drop your knees into the tabletop. Inhale into cow. Exaggerating the first cow. Stretching belly, core. And exhale into first cow. Round the spine as you pull your belly button towards the spine. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And at your own pace. Maybe turning your fingers towards your knees as you start to circle around your wrists, warming up the wrists, opening the inner wrists and the outer wrists as you flip your palms to face up. 4 fingers point towards each other and maybe sway back and forward. You could control the way you apply the pressure. And Anahatasana, melting the heart. Keep your hips stacked over your knees and release your forehead down onto the earth. Or if you want to take into the deeper version, you could release your chin and chest down. And just keep breathing as you shift forward into charging cobra. And then begin to move as you inhale, peel your heart up, rise, and as you exhale, spread your hood and go down. Inhale and rise up, exhale, maybe twist as you bend your left elbow back and right elbow forward and switch now. Right elbow forward, left elbow back. And just kind of keep exploring the fluidity of the spine and then eventually surrender into a child's pose. Remind yourself you can always return to the child's pose as many times as you need to. This is your resting pose. You may stretch your triceps if you would like to. Place your palms in prayer and then release them behind your head onto the back of your neck. Release your hands down. Next inhale, tabletop. Exhale into your down dog. Look at your hands, spread your fingers, ground your knuckles, especially base of your index. And then twist dog. As you take your right hand to your left shin, outside of your shin, below the knee or mid-calf or ankle. And twist. Other side. As you take your left hand onto your right shin, outside of your shin, below the knee, mid-calf or ankle. Twist. And return back into your neutral down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee and roll the hip flexor open. We're going to try to play with the balance. So see if you could catch your top foot with your opposite hand. Just few attempts, walking your left hand towards the midline, gazing towards your back foot, and then having some fun like a child without any judgment, just being in this moment. Tap, tap, tap. Maybe just tap, tap, tap today, right? And then inhale, lift your left leg up and then bend the knee and drop your foot towards your right hip. Walk your right hand to the midline, midst of your stance, and maybe catch your heel, your foot, or tap, tap, tap. And release back into a down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, one more time, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, come back to standing. Exhale to the heart, Tadasana. Free up your shoulders, your neck. Inhale, arms reach up. Slight arch in the spine. Exhale and bow to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow one more time. Inhale, reverse one dive. Exhale, back bend at the very top. Inhale, back to center. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive. Exhale, goalpost arms. As you squeeze your elbows towards the back of the heart, lift the heart. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale. Release. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, fall, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg steps back. We're moving into sun salutes. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step back into the high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Ashtangasana. Exhale, drop your knees, chin, chest, hover. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog through all fours or directly. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale and step forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow. Inhale, reverse one dive with an arch. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to the heart. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your left leg steps back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step back to the top. High plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Ashtangasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, whichever you choose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Coming back with the same leg. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall, forward fold. Reverse one dive. Next inhale. Mindful back bend at the very top. Exhale, hands to the heart, Tadasana. Rest. Reflect. Breathe. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fall forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, you could jump into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog hover. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step forward, spin the back heel flat. Inhale, like the wave, you rise into Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, like the wave takes you back, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Spin the back heel flat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths in your down dog. Lengthen through the back of your spine. Lengthen the back of your neck towards your thumbs. Find the balance between standing on your feet and on your hands. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana. Rest, reflect. We finished one round of Surya Namaskara B. One breath, one movement. Free up anything you feel, that you created the grip unconsciously. Let it go. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Prepare to eagle. Standing on your right. Inhale, lift your left leg up and then wrap your left leg around your right. Go post your arms and then take your left arm below your right. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your arms. Then move back with your spine as you were resting your spine against the wall behind you. Now keep your eagle arms and wrap your legs. Send your left leg back as you stand on your right leg into Virabhadrasana 3 with the eagle arms, and then Digasana. Extend your arms towards your hips, spread your fingers, and once you're ready, on your next exhale, step back when your left toes touch the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, and then send them back, moving. Inhale, crescent, exhale, take your arms back, fire up your triceps. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent. Exhale, send your arms back, fire up your triceps. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right side, tee out your arms. Inhale, flip your left arm up and then reverse. You could take your right hand onto the back leg, and on your next exhale, cartwheel your arms and Virabhadrasana 2. Front heel to the back arch alignment. Both arms are parallel to the earth. Gaze towards the middle finger of your right hand. Inhale, reverse your Virabhadrasana 2. Viparita. Exhale, side angle. Right hand inside of your right foot or outside. You could take into Utthita as you extend your left arm up and over the head. Turn your top palm towards the floor. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. And then as you lift your right arm down and pivot you onto the outer edge of your left foot, stay here in supported Vasishtasana, or stack your feet into full expression of the side plank or Vasishtasana. And then as you inhale, look down, exhale into your down dog, resting, stretching. Inhale as you bend your knees, look forward, exhale, tiptoe to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips. Exhale to Tadasana. Rest. Feel. Reflect. Loosen up. Ease into the body as you are slipping into your comfortable pajamas. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Prepare to eagle. Standing on your left, lift your right knee up, thigh over thigh. Maybe kickstands or toes wrap around the calf. As you go, pose your arms. Right elbow goes below your left. Eagle arms, eagle legs. Now lean back with your shoulders as if you were aligning your shoulders over your hips. Firing up your core. Unwrapping your right leg as you send your right leg back. And heart forward. Keep your eagle arms. Keep your right toes down. And then as you take your hands behind into Digasana, hands to your hips. An open heart that is not afraid to lean into unknown. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fire up your tricep. Inhale, high. Exhale, hover. Inhale one more time, reach your arms up. Exhale as you twist to the left side this time. Inhale, reverse. Sending your left hand onto the opposite leg. Inhale here, and as you exhale, cartwheel your arms as you come into Vira 2 as you spin your right heel down. Slide your shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, moving into the side angle. Maybe Utthita, extended traditional way, taking your left hand outside of your left foot. Turning the pinky side of your right hand to the earth. Inhale, reverse your warrior one more time. Exhale, cartwheel your hands like in down dog. And then as you pivot onto the outer edge of your right foot, you could turn your left toes, heel toe, and then stay here. Or stack your feet into full expression of Vasishtasana, side plank. And inhale, look down. Exhale, return to your down dog. Maybe child's pose, maybe Vajrasana meditation, maybe embryo, whichever feels good. Part of being strong is our ability to rest and recharge ourselves. Such an important skill. As you inhale and come up back into a tabletop, exhale into your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest as you round forward. Inhale, extend your leg back three-legged. Exhale, knee to chest, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. This time look between your palms and step between your palms. Spin the back heel flat. Engage your core. Inhale, warrior one. As you come into Virabhadrasana 1, this time hold it for 3 breaths at least. Now as you inhale, look down, and then exhale, send your hands behind your sacrum, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow inside of your right knee, humble warrior stretch. Always remember, back leg is your anchor in all asymmetrical postures. It's very active. Release the grip. Inhale, back into Vira 1. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Adjust your stance. Straighten the front knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale into triangle pose. Scoop your right hip under and then stack your left hip on the top. Moving into balancing pose that is known as Ardha Chandrasana. As you look down, bend your front knee and then ride the wave of momentum. And it's okay to lose it. No one's judging. Maybe you need to take a block into your bottom hand. Maybe stay here, or maybe bend your top knee and catch your top foot, adding the back bend known as Chapasana, sugar cane. Always remember you could keep your gaze down if you need more grounding. Now once you release your left hand down, square off your hips like in Warrior 3, turn your left toes down, and then twisting into Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Try to lift your back leg up a little higher, think parallel to the floor. Maybe even catch your top foot as you bend your top knee if you want to take into a little bit more advanced version, or stay here. And then finally, once you're ready, release your both hands down. And as you release your left foot behind your right, cross your ankles, align the pinky to pinky. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale and surrender into the deeper forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk around yourself. Just walk through the left side, and you could do both sides. You could only turn around yourself through one side. Otherwise, your legs would kind of twist like spaghetti noodles. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Back to the sequence. Exhale, knee to chest. The same way as we did on the right side. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, knee to chest as you step forward. Warrior 1. Inhale on the left side. Hips are facing forward. Elbows are straight. 90 degree in your front knee or less. And then as you inhale, look your gaze down. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, and bow inside of your left knee. Lift your shoulders up away from your earlobes. Open up the back of your neck. Let it breathe. Release the clasp. Inhale, back into Vira 1. Exhale, transitioning into Vira 2. Adjusting your stance. Easing into the pose. And then straightening the front knee, flip your front palm up, inhale, Viparita Trikonasana, exhale into Trikonasana. Lean back with your shoulders. Align your hips and your shoulders in the same line, and then maybe take your right hand onto your right hip and then left fingertips to the left about 6 inches diagonally. Float your right leg up. Ardha Chandrasana, balancing moon. Stay here or practice Chapasana, sugar cane. Gaze up, more challenging. Gaze down, more supporting. Now both hands down. Before you transition into twisted version, let yourself rest as you squat off your hips. Turn your right toes down. Inhale, left arm up. One side is different than the other. I'm struggling with this side a little bit more. And that's okay, no one's judging. Now once you release into the forward fold with crossed ankles, so your right foot crosses behind the left, inhale, lengthen, exhale and bow towards your legs, IT bend stretch. Inhale, lift the heart, and as you exhale, walk around your awesome self as you come into the forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart, exhale, walk into your down dog. So you're facing again the same way, the same front of the mat as you started. So we did a little bit of mandala movement. Maybe slowly drop your forearms down. It's called dolphin. Really good stretch for your shoulders, also strengthening shoulder girdle. And then embryo pose after that. Extending your arms alongside the body, maybe cup your heels with your hands, let your elbows bend to the sides, let your spine round. Walk your hands forward. Inhale and come into a tabletop. And as you exhale, back into your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, roll the hip flexor open. Inhale, extend the leg back, preparing for pigeon. Exhale, take your right shin forward. Lift into the heart, balloon into the armpits as you inhale. And as you exhale, surrender. Maybe make a pillow with your hands. Just notice what hand is on the top so we could switch on the other side. And let your forehead rest on the floor or on the hands. Or you could rest on the forearms. Just keep breathing. Keep surrendering. Whenever you're ready, you could always pause the video and take into the longer hold. Whenever you're ready, as you tuck your back toes under, inhale and extend your right leg up. Exhale, maybe roll the hip open, circle, or in my case, I flipped the down dog. If you're craving for the back bend, you could flip your dog. Return to your down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. Create this space in your hip as you open up the hip. For the pigeon, inhale, extend your left leg back straight. Exhale, left shin forward, preparing for Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, surrender. Now maybe place your other hand on the top as you Make a pillow with your hands. Make it very passive. As you look into the heart of the darkness, what do you see? Could stay a little longer if you're ready. As you inhale, press into the straight arms, tuck the back toes under, extend your left leg back, bend the knee, make some circles, or flip the dog. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent in the flip dog. As you inhale, look down, exhale, release into your down dog, release your knees down. Come into Vajrasana, Thunderbolt. Left hand onto your heart, right hand to the earth. Just keep breathing. Feeling your heartbeat. Feeling your breath. Let's come into Belly Shavasana, prone back bend prep. Now let's take into Bhujangasana. You could play with the position of your hands. The more flexibility in your wrists, the deeper you could go. You could walk to the mid ribs or to the low ribs. Press into the tops of your feet. Activate your legs. Inhale and lift the heart. Breathe. Next, exhale, slowly lower down. Turn your head to one side, arms alongside the body. Rest. Place your forehead down. Prepare for the second round. This time, we will take into Shalabhasana. You could extend your arms alongside the body, or you could interlace your fingers. Yoga Mudra Seal, and then inhale, lift the heart, squeeze your arms, lift your legs, squeeze your legs, and breathe. And as you exhale, slowly lower down, turn your face onto the other side and rest, reflect. You could rest or repeat any of those previous Bhujangasana or Shalabhasana or Dhanurasana. You could always make one side Dhanurasana. I'm demoing it now. You could always catch one foot, another side could be into Shalabhasana. Otherwise, full expression of Dhanurasana. Catch your feet, tops of your feet, your ankles, kick your shins back, kick your heart forward, breathe. Next exhale, release. Rest. We're going to take into the second set. Just make sure you remember which side of your face you have on the floor. So forehead is down, and then catch, maybe go deeper this time. You could catch your ankles, or as I said before, you could do half Dhanurasana, half Shalabhasana on the left side. Otherwise, walk your hands a little bit closer towards your ankles, and then kick your shins back, kick your heart forward, maybe rock and roll a little bit, breathing. And after 3 breaths or so, relax, turn your head to the other side, relax. Maybe lift your shins, do a little bit of windshield wiping. Allow all the stagnant energy in your low back to subside, to dissolve. And after the prone back bends, it's good to come into embryo always. So Or if you don't want to rest and you're ready for the deeper back bend, you could come into Ustrasana, which is very cathartic pose to many of us. You could keep your hands onto your sacrum, and then there is nothing wrong with supporting yourself. For full expression, you could release your hands onto your feet, onto your heels. Just making sure that your hips are stacked over your knees. Making sure you're lengthening through the back of your neck. As I said, very cathartic pose. So if you want to skip it, that's fine too. It's usually good to practice in the first part of the day, all these postures. Back bends, deep back bends. I would not recommend to do them late at night. Now Virasana, I'm demoing Virasana with a block, but you could sit between your feet if that is something that you need to, if that is something that you need to, do to support yourself. You could just stay here and meditate. Or you could move a little deeper, lowering onto your forearms or moving into the full expression of supine hero's pose. Supta Virasana, deep stretch for your ankles, for your knees, your quads. Extending your arms above your head, catching opposite elbows, maybe opening lung and heart meridians. To come up the same way, first rise onto your forearms and onto your straight arms, and then as you lift your hips and then close your thighs, your knees, drape your torso over your legs, embryo pose. Stay here or move a little deeper. It's called Shashangasana or rabbit. Cup your heels with your hands, and on your next inhale, as you roll onto the crown of your head, lift your hips up. And as you release back into the embryo, allow your arms to rest heavy alongside your body, elbows bent to the sides, forehead heavy, resting on the earth. On your next inhale, press yourself up and begin to move into the seated forward fold. Take your hips to one side, feet to the other side. Extend your legs in front of your torso. With your hands, roll your thighs in. Moving the axis of flesh away from the sit bones. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, as you hinge forward at your hips, lead with your open heart slowly. Catch your feet or your shins, it doesn't matter where. Inhale, pull your heart up one more time. Exhale and bow. And one more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, surrender. Never move into the deepest expression with your first breath. Allow each inhale to create the space and each exhale to move deeper into that space. Forward folds are very calming. And as you inhale, rise back up. Exhale, bend your knees and slowly lower yourself onto your back. Prepare for the bridge. Before anything, make sure you could reach for your heels with your fingertips. Keep your feet hip width, toes in line with your heels. And then lift your hips up, belly up, sternum up. I'm demoing this on the elbows and the upper arms expression. But you could always take into different expression. You could press into your palms and lift your hips up. You could even interlace your fingers behind your sacrum and then take into this yoga mudra seal expression. Or if you want to go really deep, we're going to move into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing wheel, but before so I do that. Remove anything that you may have in your hair, like any pins or anything, that may interfere with resting onto the crown of your head, because that's what we do. Inhale, hips up like in a bridge. Exhale, crown down. Hug your elbows and press yourself up. Take it more into the upper spine. Lift your head up and down, sway from side to side. Make sure there is no tension in your neck, no straining in your neck. And then maybe even walking your feet away from your hands, taking to that nice straight leg position. And to come down, walk your feet back, bend your knees, bend your elbows, hug your triceps towards your face, crown down, shoulders down, and spine down. Take some time to rest and observe any new sensation that arises. Allow it to subside, to dissolve. Pull your knees towards your belly. On your inhale, exhale, happy baby. Take your arms inside of your knees, catch your feet, sway from side to side, rock and roll. Just to be here now as a blissful baby. And then once you release your feet down, cross your right thigh on the top of your left, and then press into the bottom foot, scoop your hips to the right, and drop your knees to the left. Turn your face to the right, making sure your both shoulder blades are down. Unwinding. To come back, lift your face, squeeze your legs, lift your knees, and then press into the bottom foot, scoop your hips to the center and switch. Left thigh on the top of your right, press into your bottom foot, lift your hips, scoop them to the left, and then drop your knees to the right. If your left shoulder blade comes off the floor, very gently, mindfully pin it down as you turn your face to the left shoulder. Let the gravity to take it from here. To come back, inhale, lift your face, lift your knees up, scoop your hips to the center, uncross your legs, and then as you roll your hips up, knees towards your forehead, as you come into the plow position, maybe extending your arms behind, either catching the outer edges of your mat or yoga mudra seal, and then maybe moving into shoulder stand. Shalamba Sharvangasana. Trying to press your feet away from your face, and pelvis moves in towards your face, trying to create the straight line of energy through the entire length of your spine. Maybe again move into the plow before you come down. Extend your arms for support. Keep your legs straight. Engage them as you slowly begin to release them down, using your core with a control, and as you slowly move into the fish pose, which is the counter pose, placing your palms underneath your buttocks, lifting onto your elbows, dropping your head back, opening your throat, pointing your feet in Matsyasana or fish pose. And then counter pose, embryo, press your forehead in towards your knees, final contraction before Shavasana. Extend your legs, allow your feet to fall open. Extend your arms, allow your palms to fall open. And just rest here for as long as it's needed. Allow the practice to integrate. You don't have to control your breath anymore. Just allow yourself to be as you are. slowly, when you're ready, and if you're ready, as you deepen your breath and introduce some small movements first, wiggle your toes, your fingers, extend your arms, your legs, maybe stretch, maybe roll onto one side into embryo as you pause here. The moment of gratitude here for this time you gave to yourself. Whenever you're ready, you could stay here or come into a seated, hands in front of your heart. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.